We are live. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. Today we host the fifth session of our MicroStation FireSide chats in 2023. And now I directly hand over to my dear colleague, Azar Wazim.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Nanette. And thank you for joining the session. So, welcome to our Fireside Session 5 with our guest speaker from Saudi Aramco. So, these sessions are technically a quick discussion with MicroStation users on how they're using the software for the project, what challenges do they get, how do they overcome, and what benefits do they see in using MicroStation. And this session we also highlight some of the key features of MicroStation that could be useful for other guests as well. So going on to the next one. So in this interface, you'll see a comment section where you can actually post your questions. We'll try to answer some of the questions if the time permits with help of our application and speakers. In case if you're not able to answer, we'll make sure that we get back to you and we'll answer these questions to you over email or through LinkedIn messages. The session will be recorded. The recording is available on YouTube and on LinkedIn page where you have accepted to attend. And also please stay tuned for our next sessions. So today we have with us Mr. Amar Al Safar from Saudi Aramco. He is the design specialist, the technical support department at Saudi Aramco Community Services. So apart from Mr. Amar, we have speakers from our company, which is Kamal Bacha. He's senior application engineer, who is placed in Saudi Arabia. And we have Minakshi Sharma from our Singapore office. She handles the sales of buildings and plant product. And I'm Azhar Wasim from Dubai office. I handle design modeling and BIM solutions for the EMEA region. So before we proceed further, I would like to talk about Saudi Aramco. So Saudi Aramco, as we all know, is one of the largest oil and gas company in the world, or we could say they're the integrated energy and chemical companies. So they're technically creating a value across the hydrocarbon chain and delivering the societal and economic benefits to people and the communities around the globe who technically rely on this vital source of energy. So they're actually playing a very major role in energy transition. So associated with Aramco for a long time and assisting them with different projects, the innovation or the way of improving their operation was something that actually took me. Like one of the teams that we met, they were trying to utilize they're taking every step to move towards sustainability. So their campus is huge, they have a lot of buildings, so they were actually trying to utilize the complete roof space for utilizing the solar panels. So we had showed them how the Bing Map integration works, how they can do the roof calculation, placing of the solar panels, and how they can get the maximum energy output using those. So these small ways of reaching was something like which the literary trial utilizing the complete resources that they had. Another interesting feature that they were using was they were using context capture, I believe, Kamal, for the cut volume excavated. So and when they're drilling, there's a lot of amount of sand coming out, so they didn't want to send multiple trucks because that's technically waste of resources. So they wanted to do a cut volume calculation to send the exact number of trucks that could go and take the right amount out, not creating too much of traffic, not wasting resources. So they have been moving ahead a lot and utilizing MicroStation in different ways in different areas of the expertise, and some of it we'll discuss today, and hopefully it is something that we can go ahead further. So these are the topics of introduction that we have, topics of discussion, sorry, that we'll be discussing today. So now proceeding further with Mr. Amar. Hello, Amar.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining. So Amar, can you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more on the type of projects that you're involved in?
Okay. First of all, thank you for letting me join in this session 5 for MicroStation. And I want to introduce myself. My name is Ammar Al-Safar. I'm working with under Saudi Aramco Community Services Technical Support Department. I have been work almost 15 years experience. and we are focusing in development of community and facility services. And we have many type of a project. We have residential project like housing. We have building and office surface also design. We have also industrial project like water treatment, water tank farm, and also we have utilities for power line, water line, network for IT line, fiber optic line, and we have also civil work, and also we make also for as-built drawing, and all of this type we use it by MicroStation. And the project, some project we started from zero, and someone we make it upgrade. Some project is renovation, and this is what we have the project in our project what we are did.
No, I understand. So technically, currently, you are right now. Sometimes you have new projects. Sometimes you have upgrading of the existing facilities.
Yes, yes,
Like the last discussion that we had, your project, you had certain portion of the as-built available, but some
yes,
of it you were creating basically from scratch,
yes.
like your substation drawings, your fire alarms, your
Fire,
lighting plans.
yeah, communication and piping and architect, fire protection.
Yeah. So I mean, yes. So that is something that you utilize. So uh, as we all know that Kamar, that whenever there's an Aramco project, everyone comes and asks for specific, because they come and say that the Aramco has a certain CAT standard that they have to follow, and they have a specific standard that every user that is working with an Aramco project needs. So can you let us know why is MicroStation the preferred CAD tool for Aramco project? They are
You know,
literally they're standardized on MicroStation that we know, but
yeah,
do you have any idea on why it is done?
yeah. The main opinion, our history, all the electronic drawing is MicroStation. And we have in the system more than million electronic drawing we did by MicroStation. And the history more than almost 20 years. It is difficult to shift from MicroStation to other.
No,
And
yeah, yeah.
and also the MicroStation file size is familiar, not
Mhm.
high size, not high size.
Yeah,
Correct.
the file size is very small compared to other
Yes,
file formats that are available in the market. So, Kamal, can you please help us discuss this in more detail in terms of the file format and the benefits of
Sure.
it?
Yeah, I would like to share my screen.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you, Amar, for your wonderful introduction. I agree with you completely. The DGN file format has proven to be reliable over the years. So mainly the owner operators like Saudi Aramco benefit from it since they can maintain their assets and keep track of their as-builts for operation and maintenance. So here is a DGN file created using MicroStation version 5, which was released in 1994. So this version was demonstrated during Bill Gates' introduction for Windows NT. So I know some users in MicroStation in Saudi Arabia where they used it in this version. So I came to know whenever I deliver MicroStation update trainings for them. So you can see the different view control tool for 3D and 2D and how the graphics looks like, right? So as you can see, the same DGN file is accessed and modified in the latest MicroStation Connect edition. So there are still many DGN files that were created in earlier versions of MicroStation that can be accessed in the most recent version. So MicroStation DGN file format has changed only once in the year 2000, and we have no plans on changing it soon.
Thank you, Kamal.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to just continue a little bit more actually. Additionally, you can see the supported file formats such as real DWG file, shapefile, SketchUp file, RFA, IFC, OBJ, and so on. So most of these listed have many different versions and formats as well. So not only vector geometry, but it also includes raster imagery, point clouds, and reality meshes, as you can see here in this slide. So MicroStation currently supports more than 83 raster formats and more than 17 point cloud formats. As we all know that point clouds are most often created by 3D laser scanners, and the reality mesh is a process of capturing the photographs of your existing site conditions and processing them using Bentley context capture to create a 3D model. And both are natively supported in MicroStation and can be used for various reasons. So one of the reasons I would like to show you here, in this scenario, the captured reality data of a chemical plant is utilized in MicroStation. A moving crane was animated to determine whether there would be any clashes before bringing the crane into position during the plant shutdown. So MicroStation comes with a full set of visualization and animation tools. Thank you, Azhar. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Kamal. So yes, one of the main benefits of using the MicroStation is actually the file format, where the owner operator so does not have to release another project or a scope of work where they have to get an old drawings updated, because that was something very common with most of the owner operators operating, because their files used to be sold that they couldn't utilize it further. So the first step was upgrading to support the latest versions, and then is when they go for the project ahead. So Amar, this question is for you. As I was discussing earlier, the most famous Aramco's CAT standard that works only with MicroStation. So, I mean, can you please brief us a little bit about the CAT standards that Aramco has?
Okay, our CAD standard have been development all in MicroStation. We have the cell library for all discipline, architect, civil, mechanical, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, fire alarm, fire protection. We have all cell standard. We make it by MicroStation. And also we have standard details for all discipline, architect, civil, for all. Also, we make it by MicroStation. And also there is AutoSax. This is the standard one for the title block automation. Like information in the border, we can make it 150 or 200 sheet. We can make it in 5 minutes by automation. This is the technique we make it in MicroStation. And also we have batch print. We can make the we convert from MicroStation to PDF. If you have 300 sheet, we can make it in 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Wow.
And if we also print, we need to print any size, we can do it like 200, 150 in 5 minutes. We can, in one order, we can make it. And this is the saving time also for the user to make the work is very smoothly and very quick.
Yeah, thank you, Amar. Because as per what you said, then the speed this would technically take us if you didn't have your own CAD standards. And when you have millions of drawings to view, this was something that will actually speed up. So, Kamal, I believe you have been working very closely with Aramco CAD standards. So, shall we discuss a little bit more in detail on these aspects on what is it, how does it look like?
Yes, Azhar. Yeah. So, as I'm based in Saudi Arabia, I work closely with Saudi Aramco and the Saudi Electricity Company. So, you can see here a screenshot of Saudi Aramco CAD standards. As Amar explained, Saudi Aramco has developed its own CAD standards in MicroStation, which includes cell library, color table, border files. There are line codes and logical names for drawing discipline, and there are even title block automation as well. So this custom configuration has been named as AutoSAX. So it is provided to contractors working on Saudi Aramco projects And with the use of this custom configuration, the drafting and quality checking are generally reduced. So we really appreciate the efforts made by Saudi Aramco engineering team in developing these standards. And so I would like to just show you a quick example. I have created a CAD standard related to electrical distribution network. Okay, let me show you how you can reduce your drafting time. So I can choose the closest to Earth location through the geographic coordinate system, and I can enable the background map from the view attribute window so that we can exactly work on the project true location actually. So I can change it to a street map. So it is like a Google map. It can display it exactly in MicroStation. So I can change it to aerial and even hybrid. So once the location is defined, I just need to open the cell selector or the element templates. So you can see here, I'm just going to start placing an electric substation over here. So I just go to the annotate menu, and then I will choose the cell selector. So we have different substation cell. So I'll just choose the appropriate cell over here. So this time I'll be selecting the 6 feeder substation, and there are different ways to place it. So I'll just place it as an interactive way. And on the top, you can see there is an element template where all the CAD standards have been defined already. So I just need to select a 13.8 kV overhead line and then just start to place it. So the designer need not worry of what color, style, level has to be selected. It is already assigned in the element template. So I'll be choosing also a low voltage line. And that's it. So in case the designer has chosen different color that is against CAD standards. So let me show you an example how the error can be corrected. So before that, I switch off this background map, and then I choose this 13.8 kV overhead line. And this time you can see I'm just changing the color before I place it. So this is against the CAD standard. So MicroStation has standard checker utility to automate the quality check actually. So using the standard checker, you can verify whether your standards are consistent. You can see here the current value is 5, but the standard value should be 3. So you can simply click on the fix, and the error is fixed already. Yeah, so you can run a XML report and you can look at it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I hope it is beneficial. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. No, so I would like to add another thing. So companies that are working under the Aramco project or those who are in the ecosystem of Aramco project, one main thing that you all need to consider is for submittal of drawings, you need AutoSAGs for the CAD standards, without which you cannot go and submit because the drawings will not be as per the file, they'll not accept it. Second reason is Aramco does not accept drawing which is larger than 7 MB.
Absolutely.
Because as Amar said, they have millions and millions of drawings, so they maintain the minimum file size, and it will not be accepted if your file size is above 7 MB. So one of the two major reason on using MicroStation if you're working with an Aramco project. So Amar, this next question is technically for you. And we know that we were helping you upgrade to the latest MicroStation Connect edition. And
Yeah.
because it was more challenging because you will have to update AutoSAX to support the latest version of MicroStation. But currently, have you upgraded and are you using the complete Connect capabilities of MicroStation?
Yes. Now we have the MicroStation Connect, and we attend a MicroStation update training from Mr. Kamal. Every month he give us the session for implement data, drive and animation and reports, as well as how to customize our interface to more user friendly. And every time to time, he give us the session for that, for the MicroStation Connect. And when there is any upgrade, he give us the update one.
And you're able to customize your interface. Is it more
Yes,
user friendly, or did
yeah,
you face any challenges?
yeah. This is very friendly.
That's perfect. So, Kamal,
Yes.
can you discuss on some of the highlighted capabilities that you showed it to them that was beneficial for the Aramco employees and that
Yeah.
could be beneficial for other users?
Yeah. So I recently delivered a MicroStation Connect update training to Saudi Aramco Community Services and Facilities Management team as well. So I would like to demonstrate with a relevant example on this. So with the MicroStation Connect edition, we simplified the annotating method. So each and every electrical equipment needs to be labeled. So you can see that how we just click on the electrical equipment and just place a label in the drawing. So the annotations are based on the item property, which really saves a lot of time. So if there is any change, you just need to update in the item property by simply right click on the element, go to the properties and change it from here. And the annotations are automatically updated. So for example, I'm just changing the date, and also you can see the vendor detail. So everybody knows extra stores in Saudi. So I'm just changing into Sacco World, and immediately you'll find the annotation is updated here as well. So the capability has been extended to the facilities management team in terms of reporting actually. So based on the object properties, we can simply pull the report and place it as a table. So as you can see here, I'm just going to the reports and I have the equipment report. That's it. So you're not making a traditional way of creating the table and writing all the text. And the tables are even updated automatically when the item property has changed. For example, I'm just going to this electrical equipment and there is a brand as well as vendor. I just need to change the vendor to Lulu. And you can see that from the table, I can simply refresh it on the top left. So just right click and refresh the table and you'll find that information is updated, right? As well as we can see here, the other capability is it's a bonus to the facilities management team is MicroStation display rule. So we can set the display rule to show all the electrical equipment or show based on the equipment maintenance date. So here is an example. You can go to the view attributes on the top and click on the display styles and change the display rule to electrical equipment. And you notice the display color has been changed to red and other items are transparent. And similarly, when I change the display rule to equipment maintenance, so it display the equipment based on the maintenance due date, which really helps on maintaining the assets for the facilities management team. So if I go and change the due date, for example, so let me make it to the end of April or something. And say okay, and you can see one more equipment is has been displayed over here, right? Okay, Azhar, please go ahead.
Perfect, Kamal. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you in between, but this is really interesting. And one thing I saw that you pick a drawing from a left side panel. So
Yeah,
maybe know what is that?
yeah, sure. So with MicroStation, actually, you can create a table of contents that helps to organize your project files. So these are just a link set. It may be a drawing file, your project data, or images, etc. And it can be accessed directly within the MicroStation. You can see over here, right? So
Yes.
you can easily navigate to different files, and also you can link any data to the MicroStation DGN file. So for example, I have linked the detail of power layout of this dishwasher. So if I place the cursor on top of the item, it will open the particular file. So I also attached an image of that dishwasher. So you just need to click and open it. That's it. So we still have a lot of capabilities with the MicroStation Connect edition that helps during the design, as built, and operations. So considering the time given, I have just shown few of the benefits today. So I will take this opportunity, really thank Amar and everybody who are attending the session. And really, we are glad to hear your feedback. Thanks,
No,
Azhar.
thank you, Kamal. I know it looks small because we are having short duration, but people who have a library of thousands of different products and items, especially the facilities, for them it's a pretty useful feature.
Yeah.
So yes, so proceeding ahead with the presentation, now we have come to the last aspect. Nanit, can you please share my slide quickly? Thank you. So we have all know as MicroStation as a data integrator. So I will pass this on to my colleague Minakshi to talk further on this.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Azhar. So let me go over this very quickly. In this era of digital design, where we have successfully achieved process efficiencies and eventual cost savings, the recent challenge is also how do we manage the enormous amounts of data that is being generated throughout the life cycle of a building project? How can we make sure that the captured data does not go unused or wasted? So, statistics show that almost 50% of all reworks in construction are due to poor data and communication. A typical construction project has data coming from various sources. It can include data from a BIM application or a basic 3D CAD tool or even spreadsheets for that matter. A need arises for a data integrator that not only provides you a central system for data storage and management, but it also allows you to seamlessly connect that data to the CAD and BIM tools that are being used. So, therefore, data integration can be the most effective tool that can be used in the construction sector to address this challenge. An effective data integration tool should ideally allow one to consolidate everything relevant to the construction project, including design details, directories, schedules, contracts, reports, model information. Also what Kamal was showing. So consolidate all this information in one place, making sure it's all up to date information. And that's what MicroStation is capable of, other than being the leading 2D and 3D CAD solution for various industries. So, as indicated in this infographic right here, various disciplines working in tandem can access all available information and drive decision making accordingly with the help of a data integrator. In this case, we're talking about MicroStation, and that really cuts down the rework and inefficiencies in the process. So MicroStation actually supports more than 70 file formats. So you can access GIS, Data Cloud, Point Clouds, and other CAD software like the DWG, BricsCAD, etc. And there are several collaboration features built in as well, like the IFC reading capabilities, non-microstation file viewing and markup of 2D drawing and reference files, server-side comprehensive batch plotting, etc., that make MicroStation the ideal tool for integrating all the available CAD and BIM data along with all its powerful capabilities, and of course is user friendly, as just now we saw. And all, we constantly trying to update and improve MicroStation as well. So we will have another session soon on more details of how MicroStation can be used as a data integrator, but that's all for now. Thank you, Azhar. Back to you.
Thank you, Minakshi. Thank you for explaining it so effortlessly. Indeed, great information. So moving ahead, these are Minakshi should have shared a few links with you in the
Yeah.
comment section,
Mhm.
and you can use this link for getting more further. We have a YouTube channel for Bentley Microsoft where we keep uploading different videos to learn more about the product. You can use this QR code for a customized demo. I mean, all of you should check it out. You you have a series of questions that you need to answer, and based on your importance level, we'll give you a separate customized demo that could be just like it could maximum is 30 minutes, and you can even see it for 5 to 10 minutes as well, so it won't take much of your time. And we also have a user success onboarding communities page to help you during your learning journey. We have basic introduction and then role specific training. So the link is there, and you also have a YouTube playlist that will look like on your right hand side. So you can subscribe, and whenever we are updating something new, you'll automatically get the notifications. So unfortunately, we are running short of time, so we will try to answer your questions after the session. We'll reach out to you. But in case if you have any further question, you can directly email it to us. You can see our email is available on the screen. And last but not the least, so as we were discussing last time, the switch campaign is valid until end of June. You can get a discount upon your existing CAD software. So if you're buying an annual Virtuosity subscription, you get a flat 20% off. And if you want to buy, if you are perpetual user, you want to own perpetual licenses, we can give you 30% discount. So contact us via email to receive the code and any other support that you need. And but the deal ends in June. So in case if you have anything, please reach out to us. So before we wrap up the session, I would like to thank first of all Mr. Amar Al Safar for taking time out of his busy schedule and coming and sharing his part of the story and at least giving us some insight on exactly how Aramco operates, how do they deliver the project, how do we need to work with Aramco in order to have better result, the more efficient way of working. So thank you for that. Thank you, Kamal, for the detailed presentation.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Azhar.
Minakshi,
Thank you.
especially for your great explanation on the MicroStation data integrator. And most of all, thank you, Nanette, for hosting these sessions, which are
You're welcome.
pretty useful. And hopefully we can keep doing further ahead as we go on. So thank you, everyone, and thank you for joining.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you
See you.
so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
too.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
nice
Bye.
day.
you.
Everyone,
Bye
see
bye.
Yeah.
you next time.